Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies. This replay sent in by Samuel Hyde, who's just been killed by a T-25. He respawns in the Panzer 470, the Flatpanzer, and thus the horror began for the Allied team. Let's talk about that. So first off, I'm loving the rabbit ears he has. Little rabbit ear hat on the Panzer 470. Those add-on decorations that you sort of generally just have like one chance to get, and then a few of them will show up on the market. I'll bet you could probably find those rabbit ears on the market, but I think those are really clever. And I love that there's a variety of ways to customize your vehicle with your own flair. It seems like our buddy Sam here, can I call you Sam? Likes to put the pinup girl on his tank as well. We don't have a real good look at the roof, and maybe that's for the better. I wouldn't want to make Tank Mommy jealous. She is my dream girl after all. And the Flatpanzer now pushing into enemy territory, asserting its tiny dominance from a low profile. Sam sees a target, opens fire into the engine compartment. Looks like a T-34. Could it be the 85 D5T? I don't know. But it does have that derpy turret, so I'm thinking that is an 85. Ooh, as he manages to bounce the Soviet 85. Not an easy feat to accomplish. I thought when that turret shot bounced that, well, actually I didn't think that at all. I knew what was going to happen in this match, but I would have been shaking in my boots. Speaking of, I did a little bit of studying into the original Hebrew on one of the passages that I was teaching on last night, as it was Wednesday night. I teach a youth group. I was going to call it a Sunday school class, but it doesn't make sense to call it a Sunday school class if it's on Wednesday night, now does it? But you know, it is, anyway. I was looking into the Hebrew because this passage just like, it sort of made sense, but it was a really, really awkward phrasing. And it seemed like there was a little something more I could glean out of that. So I looked it up, and literally what it was saying is something along the lines of, and again, this is in Hebrew, so not easy to directly translate, but basically, ooh, man, he just blew up everything inside that tank. That's not what the Bible was saying, that's something else. So, it said, basically like, men of the dirt, people of the dirt, shaking in their dirty boots. And what an expressive saying. And the term people of the dirt is basically what it's saying. It's basically like dirt wearers is the word, and it is referring to infantry soldiers. And I thought, wow, perfect, what a great way in Hebrew to refer to an infantry soldier by calling them dirt huggers, basically. Because if you know anything about the infantry, that's exactly what they do in combat, and how we love them being there to be a distraction for things like our ground forces and our air forces. God bless you, dirt kissers, for licking the dirt so that we don't have to die. And what's that? We're a few days out of Memorial Day, and I'm already calling our soldiers dirt lickers. Well, I feel like you fellas who are the salt of the earth can appreciate that one. And I haven't been paying enough attention to Sam's replay here. I'm sorry. Your name's Samuel in the game. Sorry if calling you Sam is Yobiste. My apologies, but I have a friend named Sam, and it just rolls off the tongue a little bit easier than Samuel would. Although, Samuel Shmuel, nice strong Hebrew name. Anyway, Samuel now in a nice flanking position on this PT-76, but again whiffs the shot. The one place you can hit a PT-76 and not cause critical damage, low on the suspension where it just passed right through. His second shot, well aimed, beats the reload on the PT, And I thought that the 76 would have had a shot at him, but looking at the damage on it already, he may have been down a loader, and that would explain that. But our man Sam here, yeah, I think I can assume that Samuel's a man's name. Sorry, I just recently called someone a mad lad when they were in fact a mad lass. So I need to be more sure about that. It's hard to tell online. I hope you guys forgive me. I can't see anyway. I'm a blind old man. Okay, what? How old am I? 31? I think I told you guys I was 33 earlier. More about Sam. So he's been getting lucky, and he's also been in the right place at the right time. A mix of skill and luck, which is often what you see in these War Thunder replays that end up being so epic, and that was just a beautiful shot against the ISU-152. A target that does have some rather large weak spots frontally, but can also pose a real problem with its huge bulky breach armor and its huge bulky breach that can soak up shots for Ivan and keep that crew alive and possibly shooting a very, very large angry potato in your direction if you miss your first shot. So, very good that Samuel made that. I said I was going to call him Sam, and now I keep calling him Samuel. You can't trust anything I say. the dirt foot thing, though, that's legit. And another great shot into the M18, taking down the engine and also triggering hull break. There's a mechanic that's seen some interesting development in War Thunder. It never seems to be the same day by day. So many updates to the hull break mechanic, and yet it is something that really helps to balance those lightly armored vehicles having much more survivability than they probably should in a competitive game like this that likes to be somewhat realistic. Another beautiful shot into a T-34-85 with the long 75, I think it's called a Pack 40, not sure, on the Panzer 470. That gun can deal some serious damage, as you see, with great armor penetration qualities for its battle rating. The Panzer 470 truly is a gem of the German Empire. It has the Reich stuff, if you will, and if you're looking for a regular tech tree vehicle that has fantastic performance from a defensive self-propelled gun standpoint, very good damage output, and an accurate, powerful gun with armor that can actually bounce shots from the front, well, you have found what you're looking for in the Panzer 470. The long-nosed Sherman realizes he done goofed as he cannot quite get around the Panzer 470, and before the Sherman can get a shot off, he gets taken down. Personally, I like to say that I would have tried to aim low into the hull and try and use my gun depression at that close range to overcome the rather sharp angling of the armor on the front of Panzer 470. It doesn't have the thickest armor, but it's at a nice angle, and with 10 degrees of gun depression, a Sherman does stand a decent chance of punching through there in an emergency. Of course, the side armor of the Panzer 470 is nigh unto useless, along with the top and rear armor, so it can fall prey to close air support and flanking maneuvers. It is better to be the flanker than the flankee. And another thing that the Panzer 470 has going for it is its low profile, something that, although not a game changer, certainly enables you to set yourself up in a concealed position where other people would not expect you to be, and that is just perfect for a tank destroyer that has a very punchy and dangerous gun. Generally, the Panzer 470, I gotta think of the Flatpanzer. There we go. I'm sure I'm the first person to ever call it that. The Flatpanzer generally has very good qualities to be a long-range sniper, and it can reliably perform well in that role if you don't get targeted by the Soviet 85, which can, again, often cause problems for you. Speaking of, the enemy team totally taken down there, and that's going to be a victory for Sam's team. All in all, a great match showing off the strong qualities of the Panzer 470, and F for all my old replays that died in the purge just before the update. I did manage to record a few of them, a good number of them, and I definitely appreciate you guys sending them in. So thanks a lot for this one. Samuel, I think your name is Hidden Smile on the Discord, and speaking of, you all can feel free to join, and that's the best place to send me your own replay files and have a chance of being hosted on the show. I really do enjoy doing this. Anyway guys, catch you in the next episode. Bye bye.